I don't wanna say anything, cause if I do I might say the wrong words. Oh no. So I'll keep my mouth shut and not listen. Afraid I'd lose you if I didn't. Till we find what we're missing and compromise. So I'll keep my shorts on and not leaving. We're on thin ice, winter season. Can't wait for a single reason not to say goodbye. Oh, if I said what's on my mind, would you stay with me tonight? If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. If I said what's on my mind, would that make you run and hide? Would that make you run and hide? Run and hide. Run and hide. Oh, would that make you run and hide?
Hey, Luigi Prima, and you're watching Ocola TV, where they have the best of pizza every day made by me, Luigi Prima.
Greetings and salutations, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Pro Wrestling 60, where we recap everything that happened this past week in the world of professional wrestling. I'm XLJ the OG, joined by my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, Mr. B. Rowe.
How are we doing out there, world? I hope everyone is doing well this week. Another beautiful day in the neighborhood. I want to entertain the masses with a little bit of a factoid real quick.
Okay.
This is going to be a little bit off topic, but if you've watched this show, you know I do this sometimes. Did you know that there are only 2 players in NFL history that have thrown for 3 touchdowns in a game and rushed for 3 touchdowns?
Is this an autogram joke?
One of them is Josh Allen.
What's the other one? Fucking autogram.
And the other one's autogram.
God damn it.
Oh.
Touche.
I heard that today and I instantly I went back to SummerSlam and
Yeah. I'll never hear the end of it, but rightfully so. Well, we've got an action-packed show for you here tonight. We got a lot to talk about because a lot happened this past week in the world of pro wrestling. But before we get started, as we always do, Mr. B-Roll, you want to hit us with that sweet, sweet line?
I will indeed. And to complete that fact, though, Josh Allen has done it twice. Autogram only did it once.
Oh, well, there you go.
So,
Will Josh Allen have a statue of him in Buffalo? Maybe.
probably.
Did Jim Kelly have one? Jim Kelly doesn't
I
have a
don't know.
statue, does he?
I don't know.
He should. But anyway, we're not a football show. We're a wrestling show.
We're not a football
That's what we're going
show,
to talk about.
but
So,
it is
that
what
being
we're gonna talk
said,
about. That being said, the clock starts now.
all right. And of course, this past week, it was a huge episode of Dynamite, a supersized episode. It was blood and guts. And this year, man, oh man, it may have been the best year so far of any of the blood and guts matches because guess what? We got not only treated to one, but two blood and guts matches all in one night. The sheer amount of violence and brutality on TNT, I don't think has been seen in ever. Maybe I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of something, but my God, like this may be the most violent night of pro wrestling I've seen on network television. Like this lived up to the hype and then some, as far as I'm concerned. Because not only we have those blood and guts matches, we also had a falls count anywhere match. I mean, this night was crazy, man. Like if you were a blood bank looking for some donations, man, you definitely could have got some because I mean these matches literally were full of blood and lots of guts too. What do you think of blood and guts from this year?
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it may be one of the best ones they've done.
I think it is
Uh,
honestly.
I
The fact that we got two, like, yeah,
yeah,
this has definitely been
um,
my favorite.
but I mean, for me, um, Blood and Guts, it's about so much more than just a match. I really feel like you get um, iconic images and moments, and
Oh yeah,
I I feel like stars can be born,
hmm
like during
and that
a Blood and
happened.
Guts.
All you
Yeah,
described pretty much happened this year too. Well, first off, to kick us off was the long-awaited, the first ever women's blood and guts matchup. As a matter of fact, hell, B-roll, we've been talking about this match for over a year or two on this show alone. I think. Like
uh-huh.
I harken all the way back to like the Jamie Hayter Britt Baker days. We were talking about this. I mean, that's
Yep.
how long ago we've been talking about this, and finally manifesting it to see its light. And holy shit, did this match not disappoint? I mean, we have seen time in and time again in all elite wrestling with the women's division, they have just shelled it out and show they are just as good, if not better, than the guys. And my God, this match proves it right here. I like the sheer amount of brutality in this matchup. Holy shit. Like, I mean, the show literally kicks off with this matchup. And it starts off with Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale, which, by the way, I don't think you could have asked for two better competitors to kick it off. And I don't even think we're 10 minutes into the broadcast, and Sky Blue is already bleeding buckets.
Yep.
It's like to me, she was honestly, I think, one of the MVPs, if not the MVP of this matchup.
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh my God, her going the distance and like doing what all she was able to do in this matchup was incredible. So, and I mean, all the ladies killed it too, man. So in the order it goes, you had Julia Hart would come in to make the save for their team, and then Harley Cameron came out. Which what a performance by Harley Cameron too, man. Like she fucking killed it. Tekla then comes out. Then you had Jamie Hayter. My God, the brutality that poor Jamie Hayter put herself through in this matchup. You have Megan Bain come out. My God, Megan Bain, just a badass in this matchup. And Chris Statlander and all the stuff that Chris Statlander did in this matchup. I mean, the spot with the nails, for fuck's sake. Do you see pictures of her back afterwards? It,
Brutal.
it was
That
scary.
yeah, like that was such a crazy spot, and
Mm-hmm.
uh like well done, because you didn't expect there to be like the bed of nails like over there, kind of like by the
No, it was so
yeah
well hidden. It was like, oh my God. The pop by the crowd. Marina Shafir, what a phenomenal job she did in this
yeah
one. Mina Shirakawa and Tony's. I mean, everybody did such an amazing job in this matchup too. Like there's so many moments that happen in this. Like even like Mercedes like bringing her fucking belts in, and they're using them as weapons too.
yeah
Um,
like that worked, like,
yeah, it did work.
and
I mean, it played a pivotal part of the finish of the match too, as well.
and
Um,
like when you think about it, what's crazy is like a lot of this was, some of these people weren't supposed to be in the match. Like
Yeah.
Queen Aminata was supposed to be in the match. Penelope Ford was supposed to be in the match.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and really, like when you get down to the and like get down to the nitty gritty of it, right? Like I personally thought the finish it was like perfect, made a lot of sense because like it picked on the like relationship between Tony and Mina. Now I will say this as a live crowd, I feel like I do get their reaction, but I think the reaction because it was kind of almost like they didn't like it, but I think the reaction almost more so like, oh man, it's over. Like,
Yeah, it's funny you say that because, and I know that got brought up in our group chat too as well. And honestly, as I'm watching it, I was so into the moment, I didn't even notice the crowd, like any type of reaction there and stuff too. I think, like you say, they just wanted this to continue going on. I mean,
yeah,
Jesus, like Megan Bain beating the holy hell out of Mina with that belt. That championship belt, and then you've got Mother's Milk being applied by Marina
uh-huh.
after she literally stepped through glass and stuff, like all the stuff Tony Storm was doing. Like I thought the finish was perfect. I loved it. I loved every bit about it. And I'm gonna go and be as bold to say this is my favorite blood and guts match of all time, and it is one of my candidates for match of the year. I said what I said, and I stand by. I think it's that damn good. And of course, it is our match of the week here on PW60. Is the women's blood and guts match. I mean, just look at this guy. Like, here's the thing, B-roll with this type of matchup. This is one of those ones that's instantly you want to go back and watch it over
Yeah.
and over and over again. Like it just delivered
It was so good.
all the spots,
Like,
like all the stuff, the storytelling they told throughout this matchup, like how we got from point A to point B, C, D, and all the way to the end, like every bit about it, I absolutely love. Like there was a rhyme for every reason, you know what I mean? Like it was so damn good, man. Like I think everybody pretty much bled in this match too. Like I don't think there was
uh-huh.
anybody. Well, maybe Julia Hart didn't bleed. I don't know. But God,
I,
like the spots with Tekla, man, and like you see her like side and just the welts and stuff. Like everything about it was
she's
nuts.
insane. She's certifiably insane, I'm pretty sure. But like and like one of the things like I loved is like even like on social media afterwards, they made a post of like
Before and after.
before and after like
Mhm.
you don't leave blood and guts the same and it just showed like even just capturing like their faces like yeah.
Can you imagine too being somebody like a Megan Bain who is literally competing in Japan and that long ass flight all the way over to compete in this matchup, and then you got to hop on a plane and fly all the way back to Japan? It's like it's insane, man. Next
Yeah.
level. I mean,
Yep.
there was some casualties of this matchup too, no doubt about it. We do know Jamie Hayter, I believe she suffered like some chipped teeth in this one. Um, I mean, obviously a bunch of blood was lost, but we got to talk about it. I know it's the elephant in the room, but perhaps the most brutal encounter of this one, and we don't have a timetable. We're talking about Minnie Monet. As you can see here, as Minnie Monet is carted off after that brutal spot in this matchup. Like B-roll, I don't know if she's gonna ever wrestle again. Like it's just disheartening because I mean she was just getting it seemed like so started her career going and now this setback. Uh we here at PW60, of course, we want to wish Minnie Monet the best and recovery and hope we get to see her again soon. Hopefully she'll be able to compete again one day. But my God, like
Once
just
again, another A plus to the
yes.
AEW social media team.
Yes. Kudos. Chef's kiss. Well, let's talk about the men's blood and guts matchup, which honestly was pretty damn good as well. Of course, we had the Death Riders going up against this unique team of the conglomeration teaming up with one Darby Allen. I like the way this one started too because you kicked it off with Darby against Wheeler Yuta. And then you had, of course, the advantage was to Darby's team. Orange Cassidy then came out, then Daniel Garcia. And then what was supposed to be Mark Briscoe, but we ended up getting Roderick Strong because it looked like Briscoe was taken out. And then you get Claudio comes out, then Kyle O'Reilly, Mox, and then Pac, and then at the end, finally, Mark Briscoe is triumphantly be able to get into the matchup, and that's where the real craziness started once Mark Briscoe got in there. Imagine that. This match went bonkers. I mean, my God, Pac bench pressing Darby Allin over his head to throw him through a fucking flaming table off the stage. Like, that's an image that's going to be embedded in my mind forever, man.
Yep.
The amount of blood that these guys lost too. I mean, Jesus, Kyle O'Reilly. I'm surprised he didn't have to have a fucking transfusion. Like, as much blood as he lost in this one. But I think the big shocker of this is the conglomeration and Darby would somehow pick up the win, because it didn't look like they were going to do it, but they pulled it out in the end. And Kyle O'Reilly was able to make Jon Moxley quit. He tapped out in blood and guts. And I mean, that is massive. You know, not only are you getting the win for your team, but the fact that you're beating the leader of the Death Riders. I mean, Kyle O'Reilly, I would easily say, was the MVP of this matchup. Of course, he's our wrestler of the week this week on PW60. But Kyle O'Reilly, man, I really hope AEW keeps the momentum going for him, because I don't want to see this kind of go by the wayside. I mean, I think this was a really important moment for his career. I hope to see a big push for Kyle O'Reilly after this. And it's a cool story too when you think about it, because I mean, Kyle was out for a couple of years there. We didn't even think he'd be able to wrestle again. And I mean, he's been performing at a pretty high level since he came back, and this was a massive moment for him. So, awesome.
I was to say, like, you know, like I mentioned in the comment, like, you know, like a star can be born. Like, I feel like I feel like Kyle O'Reilly was the one that probably benefited out of anybody the most. Like you said, I think now would be the right time for a push.
Yeah, hopefully it will happen. But it's going to be even more interesting too. Where does Jon Moxley go from here? Because I mean, he lost the I Quit match to Darby. He tapped out to Kyle O'Reilly. I don't think things are as good as one would think in the Death Riders. I think the Death Riders are kind of a little getting... I mean, they're not showing signs, but just knowing how these guys operate, I just don't think they're going to accept this from their leader. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens in the coming weeks in AEW. But I don't know, man.
We all agree we want Pac to be the new leader, right?
I would be shocked. I mean, I could see him. I could see him totally doing it. I could also see Claudio as well. You know, also we forgot to mention this too. Gabe Kidd making a surprise appearance in this one as well.
There was so much.
There was just so much that happened. It was just crazy. If you get a chance, go watch the replay of this. It's available on HBO Max for you subscribers out there. But also on the same night too, we had this crazy Falls Count Anywhere matchup with Powerhouse Hobbs and Hangman Adam Page. Man, this was a violent one as well. I mean, shit, they what was that, the sound box or whatever that like blew up or whatever.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then of course Hangman getting the win against Hobbs. Then you have the Ops come out trying to cause a scene. Matter of fact, Joe even telling them to bring down the cage. But it was stopped. Of course, you had Hook and Eddie Kingston come out to save the day. And thus it set it up now for Full Gear. It's official. Hangman Adam Page, Samoa Joe for the AEW World Championship inside of a steel cage. You know, I was thinking about this, B-roll. When was the last time we saw Hangman Page in a cage?
When was the last time we saw Hangman in the cage? Moxley?
Nope.
Swerve?
It was Swerve. And that match was legendary. Like, and this is for the AEW Championship. What the hell do you think Hangman Adam Page is going to do to Samoa Joe? Like, kill her. like Samoa Joe. That match somehow just went up tenfold for Full Gear. That is going to be crazy. Oh. And of course, also on Blood and Guts, we got a very special appearance by legend Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Now I was a little confused on this too. I don't think they truly released the what exactly happened, but originally it was supposed to be Steamboat and Flair. But I guess I don't know if Rick couldn't make it or whatever. But we did get Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And what was interesting about this is FTR coming out and confronting him. Of course, there's a long relationship between Dax and Ricky Steamboat. Of course, Bro Dito would come to make the save. But we're getting closer and closer to that matchup at Full Gear where FTR will challenge Bro Dito for the Tag Team Championship. So it's always great to see Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on television. I like, too, how he pointed out that sign for the Mount Rushmore of the Greensboro legends, and it was like Steamboat, Flair, Rhodes, and Sting. Pretty accurate. Well, like I say, Blood and Guts was such an incredible event. We all have our thoughts and our opinions on that, including our good friend, the Best Scout Machine. So that being said, let's go to the Best Scout Machine with this very special report.
Follow! Damn it, I didn't do it the other way around. Yeah. There we go, there we go. Follow the Best Scout Machine or suffer the consequences. Whee! Let's see, let me adjust myself. Ladies, you're just covered in, well, what is that? Is that strawberry jam? Some type of red nectar? Oh God, it's sangre. Blood. Man, if only you had something that helped prevent all this blood from getting everywhere. Sure, you can use any pads. You can always use any pads, but by golly, we got AEW Blood and Guts pads for that extra heavy flow. No more we have to worry about getting blood all over the place after getting hit in the head with a barbed wire bat, ladies, or for any other occasions that happen monthly. Because, you know, Blood and Guts is yearly, but there are certain things that happen monthly. You know what I'm talking about. So yes, use Blood and Guts special always for when you have those ovary nectar moments. Sunday, bloody Sunday, red wine, save some for me, even flow, raining blood, Slayer. That was a great match.
Dear God, I think we just met a quota of period jokes for the year. Thank you, Best Scout, for that very special report.
We may get taken off the internet. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Let's talk about Collision from this past Saturday night. Of course, we kicked it off with the Death Riders in action going up against a team I really am digging over on Ring of Honor, Jay Lethal, Adam Priest, and Tommy Billington. Of course, we had a battle of the Marks, Mark Briscoe against Mark Davis. As, of course, Briscoe believes, you know, the Don Callis family, and mainly Mark Davis was one of the ones that jumped him at Blood and Guts. We also got to see an incredible, another great TNT title defense by Kyle Fletcher against former champion Scorpio Sky. I got to tell you, it was awesome to see Scorpio Sky get a match for the TNT title. Man, it's crazy to realize he was a multi-time TNT champion back in the day. I think he was champion even before you watched, didn't it? That's how long ago that was.
No.
Was it during when you first started, baby?
Yeah.
Anyways, it's been a minute.
When he was with Lambert, and you probably forgot about it because it was during that real dark time for the TNT title, and when it was like Kazarian and Sammy, and it was just all weird.
It was weird.
But he had like the LA Lakers looking TNT title. It was just weird.
I liked it though. Also, we got to see Rio and Alex Windsor in tag team action as they gear up for the Women's Tag Team Championship tournament. And what a main event with FTR teaming up with LFI to go up against Bandito, Juice Robinson, and Jet Speed. So, but we are now on the road and we are very close, less than a week away, folks. This Saturday, it is Full Gear and already shaping up to be an incredible card. Of course, we know inside the steel cage, Hangman, Samoa Joe for the AEW Championship. For the AEW Women's World Championship, it's going to be Chris Statlander defending against Mercedes Moné. We have that matchup for the tag titles, as we mentioned, Brodito defending against FTR. Your TNT titles on the line. Kyle Fletcher defending against Mark Briscoe. And remember, if Mark Briscoe loses, he has to join the Don Callis family. Also, we've got the first ever $1 million trios matchup with Jurassic Express teaming up with Kenny Omega to take on Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks. And we will find out who will be the first ever AEW national champion, as it is the Casino Gauntlet match will take place. And we also just found out, too, this past Saturday, Pac will go one-on-one against Darby Allin, of course, following up from their matchup, or their encounter, we should say, at Blood and Guts. By the way, what was it Pac was talking about, his ball sack or something? Like, what the fuck? AEW's for the sickos.
It sounded cool.
That sounded fun. And of course, we've got the big tailgate brawl now. Once again, when you look at AEW's schedule, keep in mind the tailgate brawl is what is on TNT. The countdown to Full Gear, that is on their YouTube channel. So there is a difference there. If you want to see the matches, you got to tune in to TNT or TBS, I should say. But we do know we've got a 4-way matchup. It's going to be
TNT though this time for some
Is it TNT? Oh, maybe it is. Okay. But we got the former Acclaim going up against the Outrunners. Of course, Juice Robinson and Austin Gunn. And then we got Brian Keith and Big Bill. And I think this matchup's like a $20,000 match or something like that. I don't know. They throw so many damn figures around.
They're just giving away money.
They're just giving away money, man.
Okay.
But this is the one.
Yeah.
This is the one you want to see, I know. Roppongi Vice up against Boom and Doom. That's right, QT Marshall. And yes, Big Boom AJ is back once again in an AEW ring. I know you've been waiting for this. So that will all take place this upcoming Saturday at Full Gear. Of course, I'm sure a couple of matches in between will be thrown in there. You know how it goes. So, but Full Gear weekend is upon us, folks. And man, oh man, it's going to be a huge weekend in the world of pro wrestling. There's a ton of shows going on. We're going to talk all about them. But had some other great shows from this past week as well, including House of Glory Super Clash took place this past Saturday. Of course, this was tied into the big event that was taking place there in Long Island, which shout out to our good, close family member, Christy, who was able to attend that event and got to meet AJ Lee in person. But I gotta say, man, of the House of Glory shows I've seen so far, I think this was one of my favorites. I thought it was pretty solid. It kicked off with Amazing Reg one-on-one with Nick Nemeth. Then you went into Shayna Baszler against Maki Ito. Was a fucking awesome matchup. Absolutely loved it. You had a scramble match. Then you had Killer Cross in action. Fun tag match with Alley Catch teaming up with Priscilla Kelly against Shotzi Blackheart and Scarlett Bordeaux. But let's talk about the double main event. First, you had returning for the first time to the Indies in like 5 years, Desmond Xavier challenging House of Glory champion Charles Mason. Of course, Charles Mason would retain his House of Glory title. But the match everybody's talking about, it was the second, yes, I think it was the second ever appearance wrestling on American soil from the very popular indie wrestler, Noir Phoenix Diana, but she would be defending her championship, her APAC Women's Championship, against Mercedes Moné.
Oh, I wonder what happened. I can't imagine.
You see where this is going, folks? Yes, Mercedes Moné has done it again as she won the APAC Women's Championship. She's now a 13 belts. Is that right? 13 belts.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Let me say this, because we've talked about this ad nauseum, I feel like, about her capturing all these belts and stuff. We talked about the benefit and the negative. I have a little bit of a beef with this one, okay? And let me tell you why. Because Noir Phoenix Diana You realize she held that belt for over 700 days? 700 fucking days, and it comes to an end because of fucking Mercedes Moné. But that being said, the whole reason that Noir Phoenix Diana got into pro wrestling is because of Mercedes Moné. So this was like a dream matchup for her. She had a killer matchup, I think, too. And
Yeah.
like I know WWE's already got their eyes on her, unfortunately. But wherever she ends up, man, she's going to be a phenomenal star. Like she looks like $1,000,000 in this matchup.
Yeah. And I would say this at this point, like with Mercedes, like she might as well just keep collecting them, like at this point.
Oh, I
Because
think
like
that's like a foregone conclusion. If she's fucking booked on an indie show and she's challenging for a belt, like she doesn't even have to challenge for a belt. If they announce her for a show, it's like, okay, whose fucking belt is she gonna take? Because
yeah,
it just seems like that comes with part of her payday is she has to win the championship. I don't know. Like I say,
yeah,
this will like if this coming Saturday, if what needs to happen happens, I'm okay. But if Mercedes wins that AEW Women's Championship, it's like I think it's fucking pointless what they're doing because I think like I like the idea of her winning. Well, I don't like the idea, but I accept the idea of her winning all these championships, but she can't win the AEW Women's title. So,
yeah.
but
Like
I don't know. Nonetheless, though, great show. Go catch a replay of it over on Triller TV. It was a really fun show. Speaking of Mercedes, we got to talk about this. A lot of people talking about it. The PWI Women's 250 list officially was released this past week, and of course, number one on the list was Mercedes Moné. Shocker. Did you get a chance to look at the list? You have any thoughts on it?
I didn't get a chance to look at the whole list, honestly. Mercedes and Tony 1 and 2 though. I feel like that's 1A, 1B. Like,
Well, I think
like you're splitting hairs.
Yeah. No, I think it's a solid line. Like I'm really impressed with your top three, really, because coming in right at number 3 was Saya Kamatani, who we've talked about on this show.
Mm-hmm.
If you was to say XLJ, pick me your women's wrestler of the year right now, it would be her. Because she's just had that amazing of a year in Stardom. So for her to be ranked that high on this list, I think that's pretty impressive. If it wasn't for the greatness of Mercedes and Tony, she would probably easily would have been number 1. So here's your top 10. We have Mercedes at number 1, Tony Storm at 2, Saya Kamatani at 3, Tiffany Stratton at 4, Stephanie Fakur at 5, Io Sky at 6, Athena at 7, Sari at 8, Naomi at 9, and Rhea Ripley at 10. Not a bad top 10. I mean, I think personally, I probably would have had EO a little bit higher, like maybe a spot or two, but that's just nitpicking. But
where was Rio on the list?
she's number 10.
Oh,
Yeah, she was at number 10.
I thought you said Riyadh.
Huh? Rhea Ripley.
No, Rio.
Oh, that's a good. You know what? That's a good because you know how much we love her. I think she's in the top 25. I want to say. Let's see here. Well, she's at 34.
Okay.
I think she should have been a little bit higher.
Who knows what time frame they judged it, because that's always confusing. But yeah,
it is always
very.
It's
a pretty
confusing.
Solid top 10.
Yeah. Yeah, like I say, I really like the top 3. I think is you can't get any better than that. So, but congratulations to all of the phenomenal women's wrestlers out there who made the list this year. I'm gonna tell you, this list is getting deeper and deeper. They're probably gonna have to eventually make this the 500 instead of the 250, man.
And I'll
that
say
many.
this, like with that top 10, like even looking at the whole perspective, like there's such a changing of the guard. Because
if you look at last year too, a lot of
there's no like Becky Lynch. I'm just thinking of like big names like Becky
Yeah.
Lynch and
I mean, I think Tony was number 1 last year.
yeah,
But obviously should have. So yeah, that was a solid, like I say, a solid top 3 for sure. Yeah, Yeah, overall, not a bad list. Like I say, I think next year or here very soon they're gonna have to make it the PWI Women's 500. So, well, let's give you an update on some standings going on in the world of Japanese wrestling. Of course, we talked about it. The Noah's Junior Grand Prix Heavyweight Tournament, Junior Heavyweight Tournament is going on right now, and we are now down to the final four. As Hiromu Takahashi would defeat Ninja Mac to advance. We have Taidusoka Yoshida would advance over Yuka Saito. And then also you have advancing Yoha Hayata is now in the final four here, defeating Lita Kobayashi. And rounding it out, the four, Kai Fujimura defeated Suji Kondo. So now we're down to final four. And I believe in the next week or so, we will determine who will be. Well, there you go. Yeah, November 21st. So there you go.
Yep.
It's coming up.
Yep.
So we'll have the results for you next week here on PW60. Let's give you an update on the Goddess of Stardom Tag League that's going on right now in Stardom. And starting things off with the Red Goddess tournament, the Red Goddess bracket, we should say. First place is the Cosmic Angels. Noah and Natsupo with 6 points. Now, second place, we got a little bit of a tie between Mia Sera and Yuna Musumura. And then Tetsuliko and Osito have 5 points. And then rounding out, we got the Goddess of Stardom champions, the BMI 2000 with 4 points. God's Eye representatives Reina Yagama and Hina at 4 points. And Miku Kanai and Suri with 4 points as well. And dead last, we got Empress Nexus Venus, who have not won a match yet. Wah, wah, wah. Now that's on the Red Goddess side of things. Let's look at the Blue Goddess side of things. Of course, in first place, we have God's Eye. Of course, your team of your IWGP Women's Champion Suri and Saki Kashimiya. Then coming in at second place is your New Blood Tag Team Champions from the Cosmic Angels, Sayoko Kurai and Aya Sakura. And the Artists of Stardom Champions, Hate, with 4 points. Coming in at third place, of course, we got the Tokyo Towers. Which we could just blame that on Blood and Guts, because with Megan having to travel back and forth. And then last place, you got Mia Fida Loco, Rina Yamashita, and Suzy Suzuki. So, of course, this tournament will continue on till the end of November. So we've gotten there halfway, but there's still a lot that could happen and transpire. And we'll keep you posted on what happens next in the Goddess of Stardom World Tag League. And speaking of World Tag League, New Japan World Tag League is getting ready to start up here in a week as well. We'll have some coverage on that for you as well. Well, this past week, we should say, Marigold had their latest on the Battle Heart Tour. And this was a solid matchup too. I've talked about her on the show. Victoria Suzuki would successfully retain her United National Championship against Rhea Seto in the main event. So I believe this was her second title defense. So I think she's one of the bright stars coming out of Marigold, in my opinion, future world champion. So, of course, you can catch a replay of that over where, B-Roll? Oh, you forgot.
No. Is it Pro Wrestling Universe?
No, just Wrestle Universe. The Wrestle Universe app. You can get it on your phone. It's like $9.99 a month.
Yeah.
And you can access all the great Joshi wrestling as well as Noah, DDT, and so much more.
So, does that still count as a point for me? I just added the Pro. I mean, I didn't say Triller. So.
We'll give it to you. So, this is another great promotion you can see on there too is Sendai, and this was a huge show. It was the Chihiro Hashimoto 10th anniversary show, of course, as you can see here. The great Chihiro Hashimoto, which I tell you, and like starting to expand the horizons of watching more pro wrestling. Like she has been one of the standouts, I think, in the Joshi world. I really enjoy watching her. She successfully defended her Sendai girls world title against fellow competitor, longtime rival Suri. This show was fun though. Like there was a lot of cool stuff on here. I really enjoyed there was a 3-way match with Shin Sakura Harato Yu going up against Asha Kong. Like and all the girls were just like it was like, how do I say this in like sound like big meaty woman slapping me? Can I say that? I think I can say that, right? Maybe? I don't know.
I think you can. It's 2025. I think you can say that. Like
We're good. We're good, right? Yeah, we're good. Well, and there was so many other great matches on this show as well. Some great tag team action. You had Ai Sakura and Natsupo defeat Bobo Mama. Let me see if I can say this right. Bobo Momo Banana, which is
say
the
that
team
10
of
times fast.
yeah, right. Mia Momomo and Yurika Oka, which man, they're a fun tag team. The finals of the Jaja Yuma tournament kicked off the show too with Sinka Antasiko picking up a win against Spike Nishimura. It's just a fun show, man. Like I'm butchering the names, I know, but let me tell you something. It's that entertaining that it makes you want to watch. Once you get that Wrestle Universe app, you'll see exactly what we're talking about. But you can catch a replay of this show now over on the app. Well, that time of the show, let's go to our good friend Spicy Guac with the Spicy Take.
And another thing, we don't have enough animals involved in matches. I'm just saying, I would love to see a penguin bitch slap somebody. Where are you going to get a penguin? A zoo. Could TK spend enough money to just have a penguin slap a motherfucker? Absolutely. Let that shit happen.
Oh, Spicy, man. Like that would be interesting, quite a sight to see. But speaking of Spicy, man, we want to give a huge shout out because our boy just made the list of that they put this out every year, the top 1,000 best independent wrestlers in the U.S. And look who's at number 372, one Gustavo. Man, we're so proud of you, buddy. Like this being really like your first kind of full year in pro wrestling. He's killing it. If you're in the Chicagoland area, you better check you out some Gustavo. Because you know we love him. I mean, look at that. Right below Brooke Havoc. Hell, he was ranked higher than Teriyaki. We've been seeing Teriyaki here recently on GCW. So yes, one of our own, our boy, Spicy Guac, aka Gustavo, is number 372 on the IWX Top 1000 2025 edition of the best independent wrestlers in the world. If you're not following Gustavo on any of his social media platforms, you should. He's also got some pretty sweet merch too. But man, oh man, we're so proud of you, buddy. Like you're killing it. And this is just a sign of it. And I can't wait to see where you rank next year, my friend. Congratulations to our boy. So proud. Gustavo. Well, hey, let's talk about Ring of Honor from this past week. Another episode on Honor Club took place. Of course, you kicked off the show with the phenomenal trios team of Dalton Castle and the Outrunners, which just give them the damn belts. I'm just saying. Like that's long overdue, right? Right. It's great to see. It's great to see Athena and Billy Starks back in tag team action too. Also, we got to see Lance Archer in action. The Swirl was in action on this show as well. You had Skyflight go up against MXM TV, and in the main event, tremendous proving ground matchup with Lee Moriarty going up against Willie Mack. Lee Moriarty picking up the win there, though. So, but remember, Commander is next in line to get a shot at that Pure Championship, as he did beat him there a couple weeks ago. Of course, if you want to see more of Ring of Honor, you can go to subscribe to Honor Club, $9.99 a month. We don't get paid by them either, but we should. I know you're listening, Papa Com. I know you're listening. Well, some other shows from this past weekend as well. We want to talk about Progress Wrestling's Chapter 186, Noisy Neighbors took place. I tell you, dude, as I watch these Progress shows, they're just so damn good. They are just full of like just surprises, like incredible matchups. For me, the match that stole the night was the matchup for was it the Atlas Championship, but that Will Cruz against Jay Joshua match. Holy shit. Will Cruz, I don't know, like we haven't talked about him at a great length on this show, but man, for like a heavyweight dude, he is a badass. Like he's a guy I think, and this is probably putting a lot on him, but this is how what I'm seeing early on. He kind of reminds me. I think he has potential like a Bronson Reed. Like he's just a big boy who can fucking go, man. So keep an eye out for him. But he successfully retained his title. The main event of the show was great. Cara Noir, one of the great wrestlers overseas, going up against Leo Rush. And I gotta tell you, man, I'm not the biggest Leo Rush fan, but when Leo Rush is doing that Blackheart character he's been doing, he turns it up a notch, and it's very entertaining. Of course, Cara Noir would get the victory in that main event. And also we got to see, I believe this was the first championship defense from your new Progress Women's World Champion, Raven Lefensenker, which I know I butchered that. It is what it is. As she would successfully retain against Session Moth Martina, of course, a long standout in Progress. But this was a great show, man. And guess what? You can catch a replay of it over on Triller TV. I swear one day we're going to get a sponsorship.
One of these days.
One of these days. Well, we got some incredible, I mentioned it earlier, it's going to be an incredible weekend of action in the world of pro wrestling. We got some incredible shows up on the horizon. First off, GCW's Dream On will be taking place this Saturday afternoon in East Rutherford, New Jersey at the American Dream Mall. Of course, you remember B-Roll, Dream On took place last year, right before Full Gear. And remember we got that crazy moment with Ricky Starks coming down the escalator?
Yep.
I mean, something like that could happen on this show.
You never know.
I just love that it's in the afternoon, too. I mean, that Saturday is going to be full of wrestling. You can watch GCW, get done with GCW, and turn it over to AEW. It's going to be a great Saturday, man. But I tell you one thing, it's going to be a busy-ass Friday night because we got not one, not two, but three major indie shows all taking place this Friday. Of course, Defy's Aeon 2 show will be taking place this Friday. You can catch that on Triller TV. Also this Friday, we got House of Glory's return to the Windy City will be taking place. I do know one of the matches we found out from the House of Glory show this past week is it's going to be the main event going up against the Rascals to determine who will challenge the Hardy Boys for the House of Glory Tag Team Championships. Of course, you also can see Mustafa Ali and Shotzi Blackheart. It's going to be in action, too. I know Reese's excited about that. I think that's Reese. Yeah, it's Reese. Knew it. Also this Friday, too, Wrestling Revolver's Wrestle Combat show will be taking place, too. And, of course, you can catch that on Triller TV as well. And we will have all the results of all those incredible shows coming to you next week here on PW60. Well, it's that time of the show. Let's go to our good friend Brian with Brian's Random Moment of the Week here on PW60.
Oh, hi. I didn't know you were there. Yeah, I pushed the button. I knew that. Haha. Okay, so back again with my random moment of the week as we return for another episode of PW60. And here we go. And looking at some more in the history of wrestling, looking at independent wrestling things, we talked about some major names in the early 2000s, part of independent wrestling, which helped to form a lot of what we see today. And that, of course, I'm talking about recently would be, over the last several weeks, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels. And I want to throw in another name. In fact, the third component of the TNA Unbreakable 2005 5-star match, and that is Samoa Joe, the Samoan submission machine. And amazingly, he is 46 years old. Didn't think he was that old, but he don't seem like it. But he's 46 and still going strong today in AEW. And you look back at his amazing career, one of the absolute longest reigns, and of course being a TNA champion. Honestly, I feel like when he was in WWE, he should have been. Now we know he was NXT champion on 2 occasions, but he definitely should have held the WWE title, whether beating Brock Lesnar, maybe if he would have beat AJ Styles in their feud, or at some point he definitely should have been that champion and would have been one of 3 men to have held the AEW, Ring of Honor, and WWE titles. The other 2, of course, being Bryan Danielson and CM Punk. What company that would have been in, and the correlations and tie-ins would have been amazing. So, what if Samoa Joe, I'll throw in a what if as well. There's Harry again, hi. What if Samoa Joe would have won the WWE title? If so, comment below who you think he would have beat, how long his reign would have been, who he eventually would have lost it to. And to see what he's doing in AEW, and do you think he will become AEW World Champion again, or what other titles will he hold before he eventually retires? So with that, have yourself a great rest of the week.
It's a great question Brian poses, and it gets you thinking too, because I mean, I think we're all kind of feel like, oh man, Hangman's in this incredible run. He's not going to drop the belt anytime soon, but if anybody can take that belt off him, it's going to be Samoa Joe. Like, don't be shocked if this Saturday Samoa Joe's walking out as a 2-time AEW champion. I'm just saying. So, thank you so much, Brian, though. We appreciate you. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of the great Samoa Joe if he would have won the WWE Championship, which, I mean, I think he should have, but that's neither here nor there. So, well, every week on our show, we always spotlight some aspect of the great world of indie wrestling, whether that's a competitor, a match, a card, whatever it may be. And this week, our indie spotlight's a little close to home for Mr. B-Roll and I, because we want to talk about a gentleman who is taking over not only the state of Indiana, but the entire Midwest. Our indie spotlight this week is on Josh Crane. I tell you what, man, like it's really impressive to watch him over the past couple years, especially. Like, he was always good, but like I feel like in the past couple years, especially this last year, he really came into his own. I mean, how many belts does he have? Like, he could easily be up there with Mercedes on the amount of belts he has. Like, he's a belt collector too. Just recently won the Naptown Pro Championship from Isaiah Bronner, who had held that belt for over 2 years, I believe. So he had a stranglehold on that belt, and Josh Crane beating him and getting a huge win. Do yourself a favor, go look him up, check out some of his matches. Hell, you can check out some of our vlogs in the past too. He was on the OVW and Indie show we went to. He's been on a lot of the Naptown shows we go to.
He was on a GCW show that we went to in Indy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a phenomenal competitor, and you'll see why too. I mean, he's done tours over in Japan. I mean, he's incredible, man. Like, and I'm telling you, like, he is just going to keep getting better and better over time. I wouldn't be shocked if in too long we're talking about him being signed by a major company, but he's killing it right now. And he is our indie spotlight this week is on one Josh Crane. Like I say, if you're not following him on any social media platforms, go check him out. Well worth it. Well, this is exciting news for you New Japan fans. It is official. New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom 20 in Tokyo Dome has officially sold out of their original planned attendance. So they are adding extra seatings that will be opened up here in the next couple days or so. So still got a chance of making what could be the biggest Wrestle Kingdom of all time. Of course, we do know it is the Ace's last match. Hiroshi Tanahashi going up against Kazuchika Okada in their fourth Tokyo Dome matchup in what may be the greatest. It's going to be an incredible show. I am so pumped for Wrestle Kingdom. I know we're a couple months away. I'm excited about the holidays, of course, Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. But to me, in the back of my mind, it's all about Wrestle Kingdom Day. I can't wait for Wrestle Kingdom Day. It's going to be here before you know it, my friend. But this is awesome news, man. Like, I cannot wait to see that Tokyo Dome filled with maybe I don't know, 40 or 50,000 or whatever they're going to do it with. It's going to be awesome, man. It's going to be quite the sight to see. Well, this is pretty badass. El Paso, Texas has decided that they are going to have an Eddie Guerrero Day. This will be actually tomorrow, November the 18th. They're going to honor Eddie by having Eddie Guerrero Day, like of course in his hometown of El Paso. Like, I mean, we just had that Learning the Ropes episode, which, by the way, huge shout out to Mike and Chrissy who killed that episode. They did an amazing job on it. And you should go check out a replay of that as they are talking about like they're giving you their top 13 favorite Eddie Guerrero matches all time. It's a great list, by the way. But this is awesome, man. Well deserved. I mean, Eddie Guerrero, I think, is going to go down still to this day throughout the history of pro wrestling as easily the most beloved pro wrestler of all time. Like up there with like a Macho Man or something, with just like not only from us fans, but from their peers too. Like I think you're hard pressed to find anybody say anything negative about the late great Eddie Guerrero. So very well deserved. Congratulations. And our last story this week, some sad news in the world of pro wrestling, as we've lost another great. Legendary wrestling announcer Bob Caudle passed away, of course, at the age of 95. If you're an old head like me, you can remember Bob's legendary voice from Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, hearing him call some of the most amazing moments in the NWA and the Croc era in the late 80s. Man, here's the thing. The thing is, this man, I don't think gets nearly enough credit because everybody talks about like their Jim Rosses and your Michael Coles and Jerry Lawlers and stuff like that. Even your Gordon Solys, but Bob Caudle was right up there as one of the all-time great announcers. You could easily put him on a Mount Rushmore, as far as I'm concerned. Like, just such an iconic voice. The wrestling world's truly devastated by this loss, and he will be missed. But I'm glad he lived a long life. Did pass away peacefully, as we're told. So rest in peace, Bob Caudle. You were one in a million, sir, and the world was a better place for having you in it. We here at PW60 want to wish the Caudle family our regards in losing such a great man. So he will truly be missed, but his legend will live on forever in the world of professional wrestling. Well, Mr. B-Roll, wrestling. Like I say, we got a big week up ahead. Full Gear is this Saturday. All those amazing shows are this weekend. You're going to have to tune in next week to see all the results and so much more that happens this week in the world of pro wrestling. I'm XLJ the OG. This is Mr. B-Roll. And we'll see you next time on another episode of PW60. Everybody have a great week. Take care. And bye-bye.